Hi, it's Christina with the Sisyphean Journal, and I am going to respond to Ruslan KD, satanic abortions. This is the most demonic thing I've ever seen. So I'm going to be pausing from time to time. Going to start with the pause because there's an ad, and we'll listen to this together. Okay, so they start with with something from Cosmopolitan magazine. So how does a satanic abortion ceremony even work? Patients of all faiths are welcome at Samuel Alito's mom's satanic abortion clinic in New Mexico. Along with medical counsel, TST offers free ceremonial support to everyone. Abortion ceremonies are totally optional and customized. Here's a simple one TST recommends. And there's a tweet coming with it from Cosmopolitan. What's it like to have a satanic abortion? For Jessica, a 27-year-old mother of 3 who received abortion medication via Samuel Alito's mom's satanic clinic, the experience was just very supportive. While she's not a Satanist, Jessica decided to incorporate a few ceremonial evidence into her solo abortion experience. Why not, she thought. The overall messaging just clicked with her. Read more about it at the link in bio. So, this is just, I'm very interested in looking into this a little more.
Cosmopolitan magazine promotes a satanic ritual for terminating unwanted babies. This might be the most satanic thing I've ever seen. With a mission statement that says they empower young women to be who they are and want to be. And their focus is to propel them into their fun and fearless future.
Living for fun tends to get you into a lot of trouble. That's why they're in the abortion clinics to begin with. They're not thinking ahead. They're thinking what's going to be fun right now. Fearless. No, fear is a good thing. Fear tells you when you're about to do something really stupid and dangerous. Courage is not having no fear. Courage is being afraid and going ahead with it anyway. Future. How much of a future do you have if you're just plowing ahead with no thoughts for tomorrow and screwing up your life? So it's just starting out with teaching young women very, very bad life habits.
That's really their mission. That's really their mission statement. What you're about to see happening and ushered in and celebrated by Cosmopolitan is when Satan's agenda isn't just something that happens behind the scenes in the highways and byways of life. This is when Satanism goes mainstream. Several days on Instagram, Cosmopolitan posted this. How does a satanic termination of baby ceremony even work? Now,
okay, so he's just going to read what I've already read to you, but let's go ahead and listen anyway.
Deletions of babies. That says a satanic deletion clinic may sound like clickbait, but it's really happening in New Mexico. No, we're not trolling you. This is the caption. There's a telehealth clinic providing legitimate deletion of baby care ran by members of the Satanic Temple. I find it interesting why members of the Satanic Temple would have so much vested...
Sorry, buffering. Let me take care of that here. If I go into my settings, and there we go. It should buffer faster. No. I'm going to link below to the thing I've done about satanic abortion before. These people they don't know what they're getting themselves into. They might not think Satan's real, but Satan is real. And
interest in the deletion of babies. Anyway, and they're designed a devilishly smart legal strategy that might just help them expand into states.
Oops, sorry, having problems with my internet.
Where deletion of babies is basically banned. Learn more about it at the link in bio. They dropped the link in bio. They want you to know that this is something that they're going to tell you about, they're going to promote about, they are campaigning for. And by the way, the comments are not with them. Their own community is kind of roasting them for these posts. Human sacrifice at the cost of innocent
Yay,
lives.
they're getting roasted.
Normalizing and glorifying satanic temple. Wow, new low. Reminds me of how old school witches eating babies lore came from women's health practitioners who were performing secret deletion of babies called witches. Their comments just ate them up. And by the way, the Cosmopolitan is a massive Instagram page, and this has 6,000 likes on a channel with 4 million followers, right? Very, they're getting ratioed. And this next post, this is the most current one, is even worse. It's only 3,000. I mean, listen, I get 3,000 likes on like a throwaway post on Instagram. I have like 100,000 followers, okay? So this is like, their audience isn't with this. But let's read this here before we get into the particulars. This is a story about what it's like to have a deletion of baby ceremony, and by a 37-year-old who received this clinic via Samuel Alito's mom's Satanic clinic. The experience was just very supportive. While she's not a Satanist, she decided to incorporate a few ceremonial elements into her solo deletion of baby experience. Why not? She thought. The overall messaging just clicked with her. Read more about it at the link in the bio. Okay, so I got a Bible verse that's going to beautifully summarize all this, but let's just go through this, okay? Viewer discretion is advised, and you may puke after hearing some of this, but let's just check it out, okay? Patients of all faiths, no, okay, for just cap, out the not all faiths, okay? Patients of no faith or little faith, okay? Or self-faith, or Satanistic faith, not all faiths, let's not do that, okay? Of all faiths, welcome at Samuel Alito's mom's Satanic baby deletion clinic in New Mexico. Along with medical counsel, TST offers a free ceremonial support to everyone. Deletion of baby ceremonies are totally optional and customizable. Here's one sample TST. First, you got the upside down cross, of course. First, find a quiet space. Bring a mirror if you can. Right? So out the rip, you're mirroring and making this about you. Right? This is self-glorification. This is self-worship. This is idolatry at its finest. You're worshiping yourself. You're right to self-actualization instead of dealing with the cause and effect reality that we deal with for those of us who engage in intimacy in this world.
Also, I wouldn't say it's self-actualization. Self-actualization is pursuing a healthy life of being the best human being that you can be. And I don't think killing your baby is being the best human being you can be. I don't think having sex in untenable situations is being the best human being that you can be. I don't think letting fear make you decide, I can't cope with this, is being the best human being you can be. Being responsible with your body, only entering into sexual relationships, the baby-making act, under circumstances where it's not going to derail you to get pregnant, and only with people that it's not going to derail your life if you reproduce with this person. So again, that's that fun, fearless future. Let's not think about what happens in the long run if I throw my legs in the air with this guy. Let's just think about, tonight is fun, it's fun, it's fun. How much fun is your abortion? You know, you need to go into these sexual encounters realizing that a baby can result. You just need to. Oh, it's buffering again. It's buffering.
Right. Just before taking the medication, so this is a pill form that they take to delete this baby. Gaze at your reflection and focus on your personhood. Home in on your intent, your responsibility to you. This is a sickness of the highest order. Take a few deep, relaxing breaths. When you're ready, read the following tenet out loud. One's body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone.
If one's own body is inviolable, subject to one's own will alone, why are you imposing your will on the baby's body? I've never understood this bodily rights argument. The imposition on the woman's body is partial and temporary. And to avoid this partial, temporary problem that she got herself into, she's the one who thought it'd be fun and fearless to throw her legs in the air for this guy. She's doing permanent, total deletion of another human's body. If choice is so important, why does this one discrete choice that she makes trump every choice in an entire lifetime? So, again, there's no internal logic here. Buffering again. Sorry, my dog's chewing on a bone there, and I don't feel like taking it away from him. And why is this stuck on buffering?
Take the medication and immediately afterward recite. Beliefs should conform to one's best scientific understanding of the world. This is such hogwash. Scientific understanding of the world. Forget the scientific understanding of there being unique human DNA in there. Forget the scientific understanding that that is a baby. No, we are going to say it's of one's own admission or whatever it is they're trying to say. One should never care to distort scientific facts to fit one's belief.
He misread that there. It says one should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's beliefs, which is what the abortion clinics do. It's just tissue. We're just terminating a pregnancy. We're just removing the pregnancy tissue. We're removing the products of conception. We're evacuating the uterine contents. They are distorting scientific facts to fit their beliefs. At 18 days, that heart is pumping blood through that human body. 18 days. That heart is pumping blood through that body. But they distort scientific facts to fit their beliefs while chanting this mantra. One should take care never to distort scientific facts to fit one's beliefs. And I'm going to tell you something. Where there's lies, there's Satan. So at least they're saying the quiet part out loud. All of the lies about this is liberating, all of the lies about it's a blob of tissue, at least the source of those lies is being named. Buffering again. I don't know why it's doing this, because it's showing that it's loaded. Come on, dude. Come on. I'm going to pause and come back when this video starts playing.
Later, once the procedure is complete, return to your reflection. Oh my gosh, this is so disgusting. Focus again on your personhood, your power in making this decision. Complete
power. How powerful do you have to feel that you feel powerful for killing a 100-gram fetus? For killing a 50-gram embryo? Ooh, look! See this little tiny, tiny human? I'm powerful! Where are you on the pecking order if that makes you powerful? It's about to get worse. It's about to get worse. Hold on, I'm going to pause until this is done buffering.
Reciting a personal affirmation. By my body, my blood, by my will, it is done. This.
Whoa! And I have said before that this turns Christianity on its head, that instead of accepting Jesus' sacrifice of his life to give you abundant life, you sacrifice your baby's life. And you're not living life to the fullest. I don't care what you think. I don't care if you're Whoopi Goldberg and you're, look, I aborted all these kids and I get this great career. Which is going to be more important to you on your deathbed, your career or your children? But they're substituting their blood and their will, and it is done. It is finished. That's what Jesus said on the cross. That's what Jesus said on the cross. These people are deliberately putting themselves in the role of Jesus. That is this is truly satanic. Some of this other satanic stuff isn't actually satanic. They're just using the claim that it's satanic for shock value. This is actually actively satanic. And it's buffering again. But every time I pause, every time I pause my recording, it immediately starts again. So
they turned this into my body, my choice mantra, right? My will, instead of the Lord's Prayer, which says, let your kingdom, your will be done as it is in heaven. This positions the individual as God. If you think about it, if you really think about what this is saying, You are your own God. That's the whole point of this. Mirror or mantras or not. TST's point is that your deletion of a...
Sorry, ad gonna pause. Okay. Another ad gonna pause again. I think we're back to our video now. Yeah, we're back to our video because it's buffering again. I haven't had problems like this with videos since I had dial-up. Come on. I'm going to pause and it'll immediately start again.
Should focus on your autonomy and making this decision. Autonomy here is the North Star. It is the guiding pathway. Autonomy and the second equal value is not love, is not respect, is not delaying gratification, is not making better decisions, is not wisdom. It is consent. So if you consented and you have bodily autonomy, that's the North Star. Patience can include as many loved ones as they'd like, or light candles, or even dress up. Whatever makes them empowered.
This is a sickness!
Yeah. So, again, arguably the most satanic thing I've ever seen. I find it very alarming that the Church of Satan is so adamant about the deletion of babies to the point where they're participating and giving people these rituals. But I did have a passage of scripture that I think perfectly summarizes all of this. So in Ephesians chapter 6, verse 10, it says, "Be strong in the Lord and in this mighty power, put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes." Now here's the punchline. For our struggle is not against flesh and blood, but against the rulers, against the authorities, against the powers of this dark world, and against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. We aren't battling against people because people are under this mass deception and mass delusion that I believe, and I think Scripture teaches, is under the satanic powers of this world, right? That they are being led astray into false ideology that isn't just harmful to the babies in the situation, it's harmful to them. And if you look at the ideation towards self-deletion post one of these procedures, if you look at the mental health issues post when they do have a baby of their own, none of this is leading to human flourishing. All of this is causing more and more destruction. All of this is causing more and more damage and violence to women's bodies, right? And so I think it's important for us to understand, as children of God, as followers of God, as we're praying and we're hoping to see the will of God on earth, not our will, but His will be done, that we would hopefully have the posture that these aren't people we're wrestling with. These are ideologies that are demonic, okay? And then here's the instruction to us. Here is the practical step. Verse 13 says,
okay, he picks up with instructions for Christians, so I'm going to pause as he goes through this and get back to something that's a little bit more generic. And I know, when I do talk about general Christian things, even though I know not all of my viewers are Christian, but there are some fundamental truths. One is that where there's lies, there's evil. You can call it Satan, you can call it Beelzebub, or you can call it just generic evil. You can call it Darth Vader, whatever it is you want to call it. But where there's lies, there's evil. And the minute you walk into an abortion clinic, you are surrounded by lies. Okay, I listened to more, and this is more specific Christian instructions on how to fight this. But the takeaway for anybody, regardless of your faith, where there's lies, there's evil. These people are calling lies truth. They're not just calling it metaphysical truth, but they're calling it scientific truth. Blob of tissue, smaller than a grain of rice. Evacuate the contents of the uterus. Yeah, this is satanic.